Hey guys, today I'm going to do a review on the Crossbreed Supertuck inside the waistband holster. I had this for about 2 weeks, been wearing it pretty much every day. Just want to share my thoughts on this holster with you guys. So just to begin with the anatomy of the holster itself, this is a black cowhide. If you opt for the horsehide version, it'll cost you more money. This is made out of kydex. It's fairly strong. It won't collapse on itself, so you can be sure that weapon inside will be safe. It's not going to press onto anything and trigger anything accidentally. These are the clips, the holes to adjust the ride height, and as you can see I've had it on the highest hole, which means it's actually on the lowest ride height setting. So if I had my pants on, it would be here, the waist would be coming across like that, trying to conceal it as much as possible. On the back, it's kind of like a suede backing. It's very nice against the skin. Feels really good. These rivets do not pinch or snag onto your skin or your clothes. It's very indented into the leather itself, so you won't have to worry about any of that. So it's pretty nice, really nice backing. Just give you guys a side profile. It's not too thick. All right, so this is for my Glock 23, and here it is. And there's something called a combat cut that Crossbreed tries to sell, that it'll do to your holster if you want it. What that means is they'll cut a piece of the leather out right there. It's to facilitate a quicker draw of the weapon, but in my experience, that's not even necessary. I can draw it just fine, coming out just like that. This Glock 23 is unloaded, and just to show you guys the retention of the kydex unloaded weapon, and if I want it to come out, just a little wiggle and there it is. On the other hand, this is the Glock 27, the little brother. This gun is loaded. Put it in there, and as you can see, it fits. So for the retention, again, a little wiggle and it comes out. So the retention on this is kind of like a loose medium retention. You can tighten it. The way you can do that is if you put a wet paper towel over it and use a blow dryer, it'll shrink the kydex. When you order this holster, it'll come with directions. So unfortunately, you can't tighten the rivets here. It's pretty much set as is. You can't do anything with it. And as you saw earlier, even though this is for the Glock 23 and they do sell a Glock 27 model, this will fit both the Glock 23 and the Glock 27. And the reason for that is if you take a look at these models, the ejection port's pretty much at the same place. And when you put it inside the kydex, there's a piece that snaps into the grooves here, right there and right here. So that will make sense as to why both of these guns fit. And take a look at the side profile. Sprint just a little shorter in the barrel length, and the grip just a little bit from here to there. The rest of the gun is pretty much identical. So yes, you can definitely fit the 27 on a 23 holster. Could that be true if you have a Glock 19 and a Glock 26? I would think so. I'm not 100% sure. Because Crossbreed sells holsters just for the 26, 27, I think in the business sense it probably make more sense for them to design their holsters just for a particular pistol. Whereas now, as you've seen, I'm able to fit multiple pistols into this holster. So if you ask them, I'm not sure what answer they'll give you, but just keep that in mind, that if they knew that, a lot of people knew that one type of holster will fit different guns, then they may just discontinue that line, or they'll do something to this to make sure that it's catered specifically to a gun. But on the Glocks, as you've seen, it's pretty much identical, so it's really hard to do that. To give you guys an idea of what else can fit in here, just give me 1 second. This is a Beretta 92 FS, and in a pinch, if I need to, obviously it won't fit in perfectly, it won't fit in all the way, but it'll still fit in there. I mean, the trigger is right there though. So you're walking around the house, you don't have any weapons but this one, and you need to have it on you for whatever reason, or if you're outside the home, whatever reason, if you need to carry it, you can still have this thing and just pull it out like that. So just to show that it doesn't just fit into Glocks, it'll fit other pistols as well. So that's one of the good things. But again, their competitors, I think, Contact, Minotaur, that's probably won't be able to fit the same range of weapons as this. So no big surprise, no big deal there. Moving on, just want to talk about the pros of this thing. And the pros are that it's kind of long, as you've seen. It's kind of thick, kind of big, not thick, just kind of big holster. And the reason for that, when it helps out, is it's kind of, the size actually helps distribute the weight. So it's not just centered on one part, it's distributed across the entire holster. So that's nice. What else? The negatives of this holster include the fact that the kydex can't be switched out individually. I think on the Contact Minotaurs, you can order holsters, you can order different fittings for this kydex. So let's say if I got a SIG P226 and I wanted to substitute this, I can't. I'll have to either send this back, have them put one on, or order a new holster for it. Whereas on the Contact, MTAC, all you gotta do is order one just for the gun and you can put it on yourself. Whereas here you can't. These are all riveted in. You gotta send them back. That's one of the negatives. And another negative, probably the biggest one, is this right here. The crosses on the clips. And if you don't know anything about Crossbreed, you don't know anything about concealed carry or inside the waistband holsters, not a big deal. I mean, you see me walking down the street with this, and you see this stuff flashing, you may think I'm very religious or what have you. But if you know anything about concealed carry, then you can see stuff like that. You see clips and you see the cross right away. This is just advertising. Hey everybody, I got a Crossbreed Supertuck on. And for me, that's kind of not such a high point in the holster. So therefore, when you order this, if you do decide to get one of these, make sure that on the front end you send them an email, give them a call, try to get a clip without the image coming out. This is actually coming out of the steel. So that's probably the biggest downside I can think of. And these are steel, so very sturdy. So far, no problems with them. Let's see what else. These you can take out with a Phillips screwdriver to adjust the height and to adjust the cant. You just turn it depending on how tight you have the screws on. So that's pretty easy. You have a 2-week trial on these things. If you don't like them, you can send them back for a full refund. Even if you don't send it back, there's a lifetime, I think, warranty from manufacturing defects. This is a Christian, I think, Christian-based company. Perhaps it's family-owned. I think they've grown bigger in size, but that's the reason why they have the crosses, just in case any of you are wondering. So that's pretty much it. This holster, it's very comfortable for daily wear. If you do want to add lasers to this thing, this is Supertuck Crossbreed. Crossbreed Supertuck is one of the few companies that actually offer the Crimson Trace laser guard option. So see, I didn't opt for that option, but if you do want it, you can have it. It's one of the few holster manufacturers that actually caters to that specific laser. Let's say the 2-week trial has passed. I'm going to have to pay an additional fee to send this back and get them to put it on. So that's something that you may want to think of on the front end before you order it. And also, if you do have a Laser Max, just make sure, try to get this groove to come out a little further. That way the button doesn't get pressed prematurely. Just something to think about. But overall, it's a pretty good holster. Any questions or concerns, comments, please let me know.